Yeah, good morning. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Tuesday, the 19th of February 2019. This is just one of my update videos where I go over what I've basically done this morning on the daily charts on both the Mod MACD and the high probability methods. I do apologise, it's been pretty boring lately. The markets have not been user-friendly at all. A lot of sideways action. I'll show you a few charts when we get into this video. So this morning there wasn't much action, but we'll have a look at what I've done and just a few other, where we're at and a few other trades, etc. So we'll start with the Mod MACD profile. So I'm trading these 7 pairs on the daily chart. First one this morning was the pound yen. Now I've taken a new buy this morning. You can see the fast MACD is confirmed through the 0 level. There's a green QMP filter dot up on here. Just ignore this red one here. That's a bit of a glitch in the system with this MT4 QMP filter. When you get sometimes this, if I click on this and just quickly go to properties, it should disappear, that red dot, but then it'll reappear pretty well straight away. So it's disappeared, there it goes, back again. Don't know why. I should get that looked at and have it fixed. It's only on the MT4. So we've got a green dot. Price is closed above. It's a high risk trade. We're going into the 240 LMA. The standard MACD is not quite in buy mode yet, but there's enough criteria met to take that buy. Like I said, it's a high risk trade. This is my 3rd trade on this pair. So we've got a previous loss of, adds up pretty quick to 542 pips. So really I need price to move 136 pips. And there, if it does get to that level, which is this black dashed line, I will close out 0.4 of my trade. That'll recover all the previous losses. And then I'll just leave 0.1 on. That's my base lot. So just looking at this though, you can see here there's 4 dots, which means there's basically 4 crosses of the fast MACD. Now if I go back in history a bit, it doesn't happen that often. So there's got to be a breakout eventually, you'd think. And it just shows you what the market's doing at the moment. That little cluster there. So you go back, there's 3 there. There's 2, there's always decent moves. We'll just go back. 2, 3 in here, but not really that tight. 4 there, but no problems getting out of it. It wasn't anywhere near as tight as what we're looking at the moment. Bit ugly back here. Again, not as tight as what we're looking at the moment. That's back in March 2016. So we're going back a fair way here. Here's a little cluster going back to June 2014. That was 3 there, 2 there. Would have worked out of it, no worries by looks. So as you can see, this cluster of 4 here is a bit of a something different. We may get a 5th one, you never know, but I'm just pointing it out that it's not that common, so you can probably expect a breakout one way or the other sometime soon. It's just a matter of having the patience, courage, and the discipline. So that's the pound yen. Just reversed this morning, closed a sell, took a buy. Let's have a look at some of the other pairs that we're in that are not going too well. We're in the USD CAD buy from back here. It's gone against me. We're still a fast MACD, still above the 0 level just, but here's this sideways action. We're getting a lot of pairs. AUD CAD, we're in a sell from here, went against me. We're still in the trade. It looks like it's one head down. There's another loss recovery level there. Euro NZ, I'm kicking myself a bit here yesterday because I've missed. We're in a sell, we're still in a sell, but it hit my loss recovery level just, and you can just see it spike down last 2 days, and I've missed both times. I've missed the alerts because I've been away from my computer. That's where you really need to set up a trade manager or something that close out part of that trade. I could have had my loss recovery there and just back to 0.1, but that's trading. CAD Swiss still in a buy. You can see the sideways action here. The buy's back here, so that's looking all right. Pound Aussie, like the pound yen, bit of up and down action. I'm in a sell, trying to recover a loss. Didn't go anywhere from the sell. Now it's going against me. New Zealand CAD's the 7th pair. We're in a buy here. Try to recover a loss up to that black dashed line. Doing nothing at the moment. 3 days of sideways action. So that's the Mod MACD chart. So I might have a quick look at the news for the week. I don't think we've discussed that yet. So we're on Tuesday. We're coming up. There's not much this week at all. Out of the UK, average earnings is the next thing at 4:30 this afternoon, and for me it's 8 a.m. in the morning. Remember, I live in Da Nang, Vietnam, so exactly 12 hours ahead of New York. Unemployment rate out of the UK, bit of high impact news on Wednesday out of Oz. Thursday, there's FOMC meeting minutes, employment change out of Oz, unemployment rate out of Oz. Then the week, you can see it, there's really not much happening. Nothing core durable goods on Thursday out of the US. Then there's a lot of talking heads on Friday. Look at this. All these people speaking, having a little their say. Look at all the speakers there, all speeches. Saturday, Friday. Yeah, Draghi speaks, the European Central Bank, so he can move a market, that boy. Core retail sales out of Canada on Friday. Yeah, so it's not really a great deal of news, but just be aware of it as usual. So let's have a look at the daily high probability charts. Now this morning, I'm on gold. I am already in a sell from here. You can see my sell price up here. This goes in chronological order. Just move that across a bit so I can read it. So in a sell from back there, price went down, didn't really go down far at all. Now it's sort of bounced back up and we've got a new buy signal. So because I went in with no stop, I'm not going to risk it, especially on gold. I've taken a buy, so I've taken a hedge buy at that price. So basically I'm locking in a loss between 1326.67 and 1307.32. So I'm locking in a loss. So that's, I don't need a stop. The only thing that'll hit me now is the overnight interest rates. If it's negative, I think it's actually positive on the sell, but be negative on the buy. So now I'm waiting for another sell signal. So that if I get another sell signal, then I'll go in with a bigger position size of 0.30 and take the sell and hopefully work my way out of the trade. At the moment, there's still, you got the JAGfx RD, which is basically just RSI 4 overbought. There's still another one there. It's a little bit tricky to see, but it's one up there. We've got this divergence. See, now price is just about break through this high here. If it doesn't, it's a double top. If it does, then you could say there's still divergence there because that top is probably in that level there and the MACD is still down. So we've still got divergence. So we're just waiting for a new sell on this. And in the meantime, I'm protecting my previous sell position with a hedge buy, locking in the loss. So I can't really lose much more other than overnight interest or the swap rates. That's the pound, the gold, that's gold daily. Let's have a look at some of these other trades I'm in. CAD Swiss in a sell back here. It's gone against me. I thought it was coming nicely. Drawn this trend line here. This trend line's holding. This thing's going sideways at the moment. So still looking all right. We've still got bearish JAGfx RD. The MACD is still above the zero level just. So either looking for a break of this trend line, maybe pick up another sell, or it could just drop or something like that. If it does present a buy signal, which I can't see it happening anytime soon, I'd be tempted to take the hedge buy, same as in gold, and try and look for another sell. So not doing much at the moment. USD Japanese yen in a sell, going sideways. Still, MACD still a long way above the zero level. Like watching paint dry, as I say. What other trade? USD Swiss franc in the sell, started off nicely. Now it's back to the entry level. Not exactly blowing my hair back, not losing a great deal, but not exactly setting the world on fire. The pound USD in a sell back here. I've already taken half off the table. You can pause the video and read my notes. My stop now is at this red dotted line. Now this morning, new buy signal. Green dot on the QMP filter. We've got bullish divergence. You can see it looks a little bit ugly, but that's actually the low, the corresponding low there on the MACD Platinum. So we've got lower lows on MACD Platinum and higher lows on price. So there is divergence there. I am in a sell. I was tempted to take the buy, but it's just not a trade that appeals to me. The reason why is we're in the MAs now, and you'd be trading into that 240 LMA. It's just not worth the hassle. I like that the MACDs are a fair way below the zero level. If price rolls over and comes down, there may be another opportunity to take a better buy. This could go up. No, there's no doubt about it. So be it. I don't care. If I miss out, I miss out. But it's just not a good setup. I'm not comfortable with it. Even though the MAs are heading down, but it looks like they're getting flat, etc. I just don't want to trade into that 240 LMA. It's just not. It's not a. What would you say? It's not an ideal setup. I'd call it a B minus. So that's why I'm just going to leave my sell on and ignore the buy. I could have closed my sell if I wished. That made perfect sense. I could leave that sell on and take a buy, maybe a smaller one. Gives me a hedge. So there's options there, but for me, this is the way I'm doing it. I'm just leaving it as is at the moment. So if you have a look at some of these other pairs, let's have a look at the euro yen. It just shows you how sideways. This is a daily chart. Look at this thing. So that's going back to that was that little flash crash back on the first trading day of the year, which is January. So we've had a couple of little up days since then, but basically since the 8th of January. So over a month now, this thing has gone sideways. I think there's a couple others too. Should put these in alphabetical order. Let's look at the CAD Japanese yen. Slow grind up, but you can see what I mean. There's nothing to get excited about, especially on some of these pairs. No, that's about it. All right, guys, that's it's a bit of a drag on mumble video, but that's all good. You get the idea what I'm talking about. Not very exciting. I'm not even identifying any really good trade setups on the 4-hour charts. I'm sort of looking at them for another system at the moment, and they're very range bound, so things are pretty tight. Ideally, I guess if you want to look for good setups, you could probably drop down to the 1-hour charts. But as you know, then you're sacrificing the lifestyle, but that's why I trade the daily charts. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you do like these videos, please hit the like button or hit the subscribe button, etc. Welcome to those that have subscribed to the channel. And like I say, anyone that's watching these are more than welcome to join the JAGfx Facebook group. All right, guys, have a good day, and we'll chat later. Cheers.